Welcome, hockey fans, to today's Midwest game between your Dubuque Saints and the visiting Des Moines Oak Leafs. Warm-ups for JV are underway. We'll get started here in about 3 minutes. So just about underway here. Saints JV team comes into today's game with a record of 7-8, 4 shootout losses with 18 points. Just in front of them in the standings is the Oak Leafs JV team with a record of 10-6, 1 shootout loss for 21 points. So a couple key games here this weekend. Puck's down and we're underway. Oak Leafs control in front of their own bench. It's stolen there by Deutsch, knocked into the zone. Oak Leafs clear it out over the head of Kretz. He can't quite get it. It'll go the length. Icing just waved off. Dubuque, wicked checking from behind there that went uncalled. C.J. Mueller carries it across the blue line. Up into the offensive zone. He'll dump it down in and chase behind the goal. Popped straight up. Netherly knocked down there. Oaks break it out. Cross ice pass. Kretz knocks the man off the box there. Liam Henry will go back to get it. Big hit in the corner by Mueller. Oaks send it back up to the blue line. Back down to the corner. Wrapped around behind the net. Nolan Kretz has got it there. Plays it off the boards. Up to Deutsch. Deutsch tries to get it back to Kretz. Nope. Sends it cross ice just out of the reach of Mueller, and we'll get an ice. Saints will send out the line to Sheehy, Poles, and Heacock. They'll be backed by Spangler and Zick. Colton Stoll is the man between the pipes today. Sheehy steps in for the faceoff. Puck's down. Zick sends it around the back of the net. Spangler tries to clear it out there. It's knocked back behind the net to Zick. Zick's got it now. Sends it up the middle to Xander Sheehy. Stolen there. Knocked back behind the goal line. Spangler sends it out and around to Michael Poles. Back to Spangler. Out of her reach. Oaks control behind the goal line. Poles steps into it. Gets a piece of it. Stolen again. Poles steals it back. Sends it over to Heacock just out of his reach. Out to center ice. Oaks bring it in on the far side. Heacock gets it back. Held in at the blue line. Now it's Heacock into the neutral zone. Dumps it in, and he'll go for a change. Oaks take their 5 men back to regroup. They've got it behind the net. Sends it up the far side. Just a piece of it there. Kretz drops off to Pierce. Pierce brings it into the zone. Tries to work it off. Now it's Ross around the back of the net. Weiner can't quite get there. Comes around to the near boards. Liam Henry steps in. Kicked out to the slot. Nobody home. Joseph Ross steals it just in front of the Zamdor. Sends it across the face of the goal. Untouched. Now the Oaks out to center ice. They'll take it into their zone. 1-on-5. Those are terrible odds. Weiner gets it knocked loose. Now it's Ross. Ross up through the middle. He'll take it down Main Street. Just across the blue line. Shot. Wide of the net. Comes out to the near side of the board, just in front of the bench. Oaks have it there. They'll take it into the zone. Stolen there by Henry. I'm sorry, that's Ben Zick. Weiner circles behind the net. He'll take it up the far side. He's got a little speed. Pierce in the middle, peels off. And we'll go around the back of the net. Weiner still controls, walks out in front. Into the slot. Whoa! Saved by the Oaks defender just before it crossed the goal line. He'll send it the length of the ice. No icing here for some reason. Puck played around the back of the net. Oaks have it on the far side. It's Weiner there. He chips it ahead to Waddick. Waddick pressures in the middle, steals the puck into the offensive zone. Nice shot. Little Brock Smothers took a full run at the goalie. He might have noticed he was there. Puck just outside the blue line. The Oaks send it up to the neutral ice. Smothers has got it there. Plays it off the near boards. Chase Poles will press. Cross ice pass gets the Oaks out. They're up to the red line. That was offsides. Shot. There's a save by Stoll. We'll get Nethery, Mueller, and Deutsch back out. Backed by Kretz and Liam Henry. Puck's down. Henry's got it. Sends it around the back to Kretz. Kretz sends it up the boards. Held in there by the Oaks. Nether he gets it. Tries to get it out. Held in again. Oaks walk it into the slot. Knocked loose there by Deutsch. Deutsch hard up the boards. It's knocked down. Center on the back by Henry. Loses a grip of it there. Oaks control behind the net. Pops on the back of the net. Now it's off. Kretz has got it. Oaks knock it back in. That defenseman over there is doing a hell of a job keeping that puck in the zone. Henry in front. Knocks it loose. Puck flipped back behind the Dubuque goal. Now it's Henry. Sends it up to Deutsch. Deutsch has got Mueller far side. Sends it up the middle. Saved by the Oaks goaltender. 35. We'll see who that is. Puck loose in the center, and it's covered by the goaltender. The goaltender is Devin Brower. A sophomore from Waunakee. Sheehy pulls and Heacock in for the faceoff. They'll kick the Oaks forward out. Off early in the game to start that. Puck's down. Oaks walk away with it. They'll bring it to the near side. Jackson Heacock takes his man to the ground. No call. Xander Sheehy in a foot race. Oh, old player makes a diving stop. Shot. Sent wide. Sheehy's pinned it in the corner. Kicks it up to the blue line. Held in there by Kleesner. Cross ice pass. Now the Oaks got it. They'll send it right up the middle. Knocked down by Kleesner. You were offside, sir. That'll come all the way back to the Oaks bench for the faceoff. It's a nice pass. No, back here, boys. No, back here, boys. Back here, boys. Cheaters. Cheaters. Larson in for the faceoff. Ross, Henry. Nope. Ross, Pierce, and Weiner on the far side. Wrapped around over there. No Dubuque player. Oaks got it. Send it through the middle. Now it's Pierce. They'll try and send it up to him. Unconnected. For an ice. 9:34 left in the first period. Shots in favor of the Saints. 4-1. I think scorekeeper Smothers might be short and stole a save. Only goalie parents notice that stuff, though. Ross in for the faceoff. Puck's down. Comes out to the point. Chopped down by Henry. Plays around the back of the net to Spangler. She's got it there. Knocked down by the Oaks as we try and clear. Held in. No, now they tipped it out. Oaks control it there, blue line. They'll go D to D. Sends it up. Stolen by Henry. Pierce gets it over to Weiner. Weiner carries it into the top of the circles. Drop pass there. Henry shot deflected off to the far corner. Pierce is going to play it there. Kicks it off to Weiner. Weiner walks to the slot. Gets knocked down there. Henry with a weak shot that's kicked off. Oh! Takes a weird bounce and comes right across the face of the goal. The Oaks have it now. Weiner will press as they press it back into the Oaks zone. A decent breakout there on the far side that they keep working. Now they'll come back. D to D on the near side. Right up through the middle. Unclaimed. Shot just wide of Stoll. They'll battle for it on the near boards. Ross takes a licking and keeps on ticking down there. Weiner knocks it loose. Out to center ice. It's Smothers. 1-on-4. Smothers gets a shot off. Nice save there. I'm going to need to say that goalie's name a couple more times to figure out what it is. Brower. Devlin. Brower. Let's just go with Brower. Chase Bowles in for the faceoff. Puck's down. Smothers battles for it in the corner. Pulls. Had it for a second. Then it gets knocked back into the corner. Squirts out. Brower covers in the blue paint. Do it all again. So it's Full, Smother, and Waddick out there. They're backed by the other Waddick and Kretz. Brock Smothers just dropped the gloves. He's ready to go. Nope, just adjusting his face mask. That'll cost us our face-off guy. Waddick steps in now. Nice win to the Des Moines bench. Des Moines carries it through the neutral zone. Waddick knocks it back. I think we got a touch there, so no icing. Smothers will chase it down in the corner. Sends it around the back of the net. Waddick will pick it up on the far side. Nice little energy from this line. Now that he's got it, shot just wide. Kicks around. Waddick's there to hold it in. Sends it around to the other side. Smothers will chase it. Des Moines will circle around the back of the net. Deutsch will step in, make life hard for him. Send up the far side. That's going to be a nice, boys. So the face-off come to the right of Brower. Gavin Netherly will take it. He's flanked by Deutsch and Mueller. Backed by Kleesner and Zick. Shot still 4-1. Netherly in for the face-off. Oaks win it and send it out of the zone. Stoll over to get it. Goal almost has his legs taken out. Dubuque carries it out of the zone. Deutsch chips it around one. Can't get by the second guy. The Oaks bring it back into the zone. Deutsch hustles back. Nice back check to run the man off. Kleesner now, far corner. Plays it up. Nethery there. Puck straight up. Now it's Mueller. Way too hard pass. Too far in front of Deutsch. That'll go for an ice. No, it won't. For some reason. Puck played up the far side. Spangler's got it there. She'll give it back to Henry. Henry fans on a pass, and it's going the other way. Top of the circle, saved by Stoll. Nice regroup there, boys. Sheehy's got it now. He'll circle behind the net. Stolen there. Look like a trip. Could be one father's opinion. Puck shot, rebound. Saved by Stoll. There was two shots there, and Smothers gave them both to him. So, good job, scorekeeper Smothers. Sheehy will stay out. He'll be joined by Heacock and Michael Poles. Spangler and Henry back on D. Puck's down. Top of the circle. Shot. Back behind the goal. Wraps around this side. Now it's Heacock on the far side. Plays it too far ahead of everyone for an ice. We got a fresh set of D as we get a Waddick and Kretz. Sheehy back in for the faceoff. Puck's down. Sent around the back of the net. Waddick's there. Kicks it off to Poles. Poles has got it on the near boards. Sends it back to Waddick. Waddick gives it to Poles. Poles can't quite get her off the boards. He's got two men there. Now he's got it up. Up to the blue line. Knocked back in. Waddick sends it across. Jumps over the stick of Heacock. Oaks will collect back in their own defensive zone. He'll go D to D. Heacock makes life difficult for him. Now they'll bring it up. Michael Poles with the steal. Dumps it in towards the net. We'll get a fresh set of legs out there. Brower leaves it there for his defenseman. Oh! Big hit by Nolan Kretz. I'm not sure. Calling head contact, but that player had his head down. Skated right into Kretz's shoulder. I don't make the rules. But that'll be the last we see of Nolan Kretz for 12 minutes. The player did seem to make his way to the bench. Bucks down, back to the Oaks D. We'll be on the power play here. D to D again. Top of the circle, deflected in front. Joseph Ross there. Battles and knocks it out of the zone. Now it's Nolan Pierce with a step. Gets it stolen at the Oaks blue line. They'll come the other way. Dump. Joseph Ross tipped it in, so no icing. Spangler back to get it. They walk around her. Give it slowly out to the blue line. Now to the top of the circle. Fan on the pass. Gives Spangler a chance to get a piece of it, but she just sends it back to them. D to D. Top of the circle. Stolen there. Pierce knocks it loose, and he'll chase it down. All the way back behind the goal line. Continues the pressure. Deutsch steps into the pass. He'll knock it below the goal line. Minute left on the power play. Deutsch and Nethery out on the kill. Oaks bring it inside the blue line. Nice little dangle there. They'll go over to the other D. Top of the circle. Shot. Eaten up by Stoll. They'll walk it down the near boards. Out in front, saved by Stoll. Controlled in the corner. Up to the blue line. He'll go D to D. Top of the circle. Shot. Saved by Stoll. That's Deutsch. Fires it high off the glass all the way down. Brower stops it behind the net. Nethery back there. Drop pass to no one. Now Deutsch will swoop in. Make the breakout just a bit harder. Oaks across the blue line. Top of the circle. They'll peel off there. Wait to set up their power play. High slot. Deflected up into the netting. We'll get a whistle. Sheehy and Heacock out on the kill. Backed by Kleesner and Zick. 10 seconds left on this power play. No longer backed by Kleesner and Zick. Now backed by Henry and Spangler. Looks like we'll get Waddick out of the box. Puck's down. He wins it back to Henry. Sends it around the far boards. Spangler can't quite get a handle on it there. Walked in from the face-up dot. Oh, nice save! Oh, another one! Stoll with a couple amazing saves. Heacock knocks it all the way down to poles. Heacock got it, top of the circle. He sends it out in front. Heacock gets a shot, saved by Brower. Battled for behind the net. Sent up the near boards. Liam Henry battles for it there. He'll win it and send it in front of the Oaks bench. Oaks go D to D. Tried to send it up the middle. It stopped there. Now it's a high backhand pass. Sent in. Spangler will pick it up. Sends it just out of the reach of Sheehy. Poles picks it up. He'll take it into the blue line. Drops it for Sheehy. Sheehy didn't see that man behind him. Oaks come the other way. Drop it into the corner. Circle around the back of the net. Kleesner knocks him off the puck there. Pierce comes in to help out. Dump down low. Zick will collect it behind the goal line. Tries to play it up the near side. Squirts out to the front of the net. Sheehy drops it up for Zick, who's got all the time in the world now. Cross ice pass off to Pierce. Pierce takes it through neutral ice. Gets around one. Shot. It's goal! Nolan Pierce with a nice finishing goal there. It's not the second period. Silly man. So Pierce from Zick and Sheehy. Puck's down, ready to go.
Assisted by number 34, Xander Sheehy. At 134.
Oh, they didn't get Zick on the pass. Ben Zick sent that pass up to Pierce. We'll make sure he gets credit later. I know a guy. Puck now back into the Dubuque zone. Battle on the near boards. Cade Weiner walks it out, chips it ahead to Pierce. Pierce carries it across the blue line. Ridden into the boards hard there. Sent down into the near corner. Cross ice pass. Sends it back. The Oaks send it right up the middle. Spangler's got it there. Sent back up. They still got 2 men offside, so a little delay. Sends it back. Regroup. Knocked loose by Mueller. And another E there. Gets it across the blue line. Walks in, top of the circles. Gets a shot. Nice save by Brower. Chipped out ahead. Mueller and Deutsch struggling there to communicate. Now it's into the near corner with Mueller. Walks around the near side. Gets it stolen there. Chipped all the way out. Back to Henry. Henry sends it immediately back in. Brower stops it behind the net. The Oaks will play it to the near side. Deutsch knocks it off his stick. Battled in the corner. Deutsch walks out. Front of the net. Looks like we're getting an Oak penalty here. It also looks like someone stopped the clock a little early because my time ran out. But there's still 4.7 seconds left. Dubuque penalty on number 9, C.J. Mueller.
2 minutes for roughing.
2 minutes for roughing. I'm sure he's the only one that committed any roughing in that whole fracas.
That was your Dubuque Saints on the Emil Logic penalty kill.
5 seconds left in the period. And it'll end with the battle in the corner. So after 1, Saints are leading 1-0. Shots on goal in favor of the Saints, 9-7. Dubuque will start out the second period on the penalty kill. Just about underway here in the second period. The Dubuque Oaks game is the only one in the Midwest League, but for you sports fans out there, the Packers-Cowboys game has gone final. Packers 48, Cowboys, well, less than 48. We'll get Ross and Pierce out to kill the penalty here. Backed by Spangler and Zick. There we go. We got it all figured out now. Puck's down. Zick sends it into the zone. The Oaks will regroup in their own zone, try and break it out. Joe Ross makes life hard for that. Chases them all the way back behind the goal line. They'll break it out with a bad pass. Oh, it's a better one across the ice. They'll carry it into their own attacking zone. Bad shot, saved by Stoll. Puck wrapped around to the Oaks on the blue line. Walks around Ross. Ross dives to get back into the play. Passed right through the slot, couldn't connect. They'll come back to neutral ice and regroup. D to D. Now up through the middle. Into their attacking zone. Top of the circle. Shot. Blocked by Spangler. She'll send it up to Pierce. Pierce pitchforks it out to center ice. Oaks will bring it back in. Take it wide. Knocked to the corner there by Zick. Now we'll get the D. Blocked in front by Deutsch. Oaks will walk it around the back of the net. Tried for a wraparound. Stoll cut it closer than it needed to be, but made the save. 52 seconds left on that power play. We'll get Deutsch and Nethery out on the faceoff. Puck's down. Back to the Oaks D. Cross ice, top of the circle. Shot. Saved by Stoll. And we'll do it all again. This time to the right of Stoll. Which is better for Nethery. Puck's down. Sent to the corner. Zick sends it the length of the ice. Oaks will bring it up from their own blue line. Send up the middle. Into the zone with some speed. Walks it around the back of the net. Sends it out in front. Goal. Well, that sucks. 25 seconds left on that penalty, so Oaks will get a power play goal. It's a nice play around the back of the net. Kicked it out to the man in front. Wasn't a lot Stoll could do to it. Buried it in the far corner. Saints will send out Pull, Sheehy, and Heacock. Backed by Spangler and Henry. Puck's down. Sheehy gets it back to Spangler. Spangler up to Henry. Henry hard pass to Heacock. Gets it into the zone. Chips it deep. Sheehy walks out of the corner with it. Sends it out in front. It's knocked down there. They'll get it around Spangler. Send it the other way. Back out to neutral ice. She sends it back up to Heacock. Heacock does a pretty move on the blue line. That forces Sheehy to go offside. We don't do moves on the blue line, Heacock. For that reason. Get a new set of D. We'll get Waddick and Zick out. Puck's down. Sheehy gets it ahead to Heacock. Heacock takes it wide. All the way down below the goal line. Ridden into the backboards there. They'll play it up the far side. Cross ice pass back to the near side. Drop pass right to Heacock. He plays for us. Heacock sends it ahead to Pulls. Pulls gets across the blue line. Heacock blocks the chip that gets back out. Into the corner. Back to Pulls. Pulls walks around one check. Loses the puck though. Cross ice pass. Jumps over the stick of Waddick. Zick back to get it. Oh, gets caught up in the Oaks skates. Now it's Waddick off the far side. Up to Pulls. Can't quite get it connected with Pierce. Oaks will go D to D in their own zone. Looks for the long cross ice pass. Hits his own man. In the skate. Across the blue line now. The Oaks come. No stick. You're going to need that to score. Waddick kicks it ahead. Weiner's got it. Sends it back to Zick. Zick back to Weiner. Weiner up ahead to Pierce. Pierce hard off the boards. Off the linesman. I didn't even see who that linesman was. Weiner carries it in. Walks to the faceoff dot. Behind the net, tries to send down front. Oh! Nice save by Brower. Well, Eisenman doesn't have a name. I'm never going to know who he is. Lawson for the faceoff. Gets it to Pierce, who sends it to length of the ice. That doesn't help us. Now it's Henry behind the net. Cycles there for Spangler. Spangler sends it up to Weiner. Back to Spangler. Cross ice to Henry. Henry across the red line. Dumps it into the zone. Runs into a wall there on the blue line. The Oaks cycle, and they'll bring it back out of the zone. Off of Ross's shin guard. Into the attacking zone now for the Oaks. They're wearing blue jerseys. I almost called them the Blues. Tries to throw Joe Ross into the boards. That doesn't end well for him. High stick? What are we calling here? Must be what we're calling. High stick, so we'll get the face off to the left of Brower. Chase pulls one of the Waddicks, and Brock Smothers out for the face-off. They're backed by Kleesner and Zick. Puck's down. Saved by Brower. Let's do it all again. Chase pulls in for the face-off again. Puck's down. Sends it off to Waddick. Waddick sends it back to Zick. Blocked in the slot. Oaks will carry it out the other way. Into their attacking zone. Waddick rides him off there. Takes it around the back of the net. Hard off the boards. Oaks can't quite keep it in. That's offsides, boys. The referee sounds like David Blondin, but doesn't look like him. And Blondin has his name on his back of his jersey. It isn't that ripped. Puck's down. Zick plays it up. Oaks send it back in behind the net. Stoll can't get there. Kleesner picks it up in the near corner. It's knocked down there. I can't see very well in the near corner down there, so use your imagination. Deutsch sends it in behind the goal. Mueller goes around, tries to pick it up. Comes off. Mueller's got it, top of the circle. Turns and fires. Saved by Brower. And we'll get a whistle. Face off to come to the right of Brower. Nethery will take it. He's flanked by Deutsch and Mueller at the shooting spot, top of the circle. Oaks win the faceoff. Long cross ice pass. They'll get him out of the zone. They'll get a man shooting up the middle. They don't get him the puck, but they send it deep. That man will pick it up behind the goal line. Tries to send it out in front. Can't get it there. Wrapped around to the near side. They'll walk it out to the middle. Lose the handle. Shot from the point. Saved by Stoll. Up the near side. Deutsch chips it off the boards. Now there he runs it down. They'll go D to D. Hard up the boards. Right up to the man in the middle. Henry loses in the skates. Deutsch with a nice block, though. Henry sends it up. Des Moines sends it back down. Wrapped all the way around. Mueller with a nice poke check. He'll circle behind the net. It's 1-on-5. Now he's got some help coming. Dumps it down low. She knocks it loose behind the net. Played around to the far corner. Peacock blocks it there. Oh, almost did a nice little dipsy-do around. I didn't start the clock. Only a minute behind. Oaks come down, saved by Stoll. Sheehy's got it now in the near boards. Off to Henry. Henry sends it up to the neutral zone. Oaks bring it into the near zone. Now it's Zick behind the net to the near corner where I can't see. Wrapped around to Henry. Henry gets it out of the zone. All the way down. Heacock and pulls, so pressure. Xander Sheehy now picks it up in front of the score table, sends it out to Poles. Poles chips it into the zone. We'll get Heacock off for Pierce. Set up the middle. Oaks lose it there and skid them. And I push stop talking instead of the clock. Stop the clock! 8 minutes. 10 seconds left in the second period. Ross in for the faceoff. Saints win it. Send it back to Stoll. He drops off to Waddick. Wraps around to Pierce. Pierce has got it in the near boards. Sends it just out of the reach of Ross. Waddick tips it and sends it back. Des Moines carries across the blue line. Blocked by Spangler. Walked out in front. Nice save by Stoll. Holding that near post for dear life. A little pushing. When friends never hurt anyone. Ross will stay out there with Pierce and Weiner. Kretz back on the ice for a nice 12-minute break. We're going to throw Joseph Ross out because he was jumped the gun a little bit. Get Cade Weiner to take the face off. Puck's down. Oaks control. Shot. Blocked in front by Spangler. Rebound. Control. Stoll with another nice save. Puck's down. Oaks get it out in front. Get a couple bounces. Stoll covers. We'll do it all again. Maybe we don't let him win it back to that D that's parked at the top of the circle. We win the faceoff back to the corner. Send it over to Kretz. Kretz sends it up the far boards. Weiner tries to kick it off. Oaks steal. They'll battle in the near corner. Sends it towards the front. Spangler steals it there. Sends it to Pierce. Pierce carry it out of the zone. Sends it ahead to Weiner. Weiner's got a step. He's all alone. Walks in. That was a goal. Weiner with a nice move there. Little dipsy-doodle around the defenseman at the top of the circles. And took himself into the net right after he took the puck into the net. Gives the Saints a 2-1 lead. I got Nolan Pierce on the assist. I'm not sure if anyone else done it to him, but we'll check into it.
Dubuque Saints goal scored by number 22, Cade Weiner, at 7:18 in the second period. Assisted on the play by number 16, Nolan Pierce, and number 18, Camden Spangler.
Spangler gets an assist on that as well. Oaks have it now. Try and break it out. Mueller with the steal on the far boards. Sends it in front. Too hot to handle. Kretz walks down, dumps it down to Mueller. Mueller, that's off. That's way off. Now it's back on. Goaltender Sheehy's always great about pointing out when the net's off by throwing an additional 3 feet off. Thus not to be missed. And the clock didn't stop at all there. Now they're in for the faceoff. Puck's down. Oaks have it. Played around the back of the net. Mueller with the steal. He's got it behind the net now. Sends it out in front. Big shot over the net. Deutsch will pick it up in the near corner. Mueller gets knocked down. He won't like that. Oaks bringing up the near side. Start the clock. Mueller now on the far side in front of the scorer's table. Oaks have it. They'll counter. Across the blue line. 2-on-2. Pulls up. Shot. Stoll got just a piece of it. Knocked it wide. Sent out to the slot. Knocked loose there. Another big save by Stoll. Stoll's playing a heck of a game. Wrapped around the back of the net in the corner. Zick's got it there. Plays it to the near corner where I can't see anything. Wrapped around to the far side. I can see it now. Shot on net. He's got it. Oh, he's got Mueller up in front of him. It's a race. No ice. Someone's going to have to help him or he's going to get run. And he doesn't get run, but he doesn't get the puck either. Long pass. Caught just on sides. Chipped out into the slot. Kretz with another big hit. Already got 2 penalties. Now Xander Sheehy comes up. 4-on-2. Let's go. 2 of the guys bailed. Now it's 4-on-1. Puck played out of play. So we had a nice 4-on-1 going, and then 2 of our guys went out for a change. And then it became a 2-on-1, and Sheehy didn't make the pass. We'll get Sheehy, Heacock, and Michael Poles. Backed by Kretz and Waddick. Sheehy gets it back to Waddick. Waddick sends it down to the corner. Heacock's got it there. Sheehy in front. All alone hit the post. Tries to send it out in front. Can't get it there. It's wrapped around. Kretz holds it in. Dumps it towards the net. Squirts over to Michael Poles. Michael Poles doesn't get all of that one. Play it around. Back behind the net. Sheehy will pick it up there. Poles steps in to help him out. There's pushing and digging. Now the puck squirts loose. And they'll wrap it around to the near side. Heacock will throw a body there. Back to Kretz. Kretz fires it towards the net. Brower sends it up into the netting for a whistle. Dubuque will send out some undoubtable fresh legs. We'll get Weiner, Ross, and Pierce. They'll be backed by Spangler and Henry. Ross in for the faceoff. Puck's down. Near corner. Center on the back of the net. Now in the far corner. Weiner battles for it there. Oh, we're going to get a penalty. And it's going to be on the Oaks. Play the silly song. Oh, maybe we're not playing the silly song. Or we haven't realized we have a power play. There's the silly song. No, that's not the silly song either. So we'll get PP1 out for the first time today. Consists of Joseph Ross, Corbin Deutsch, Xander Sheehy, Cade Weiner, Nolan Kretz. Back to Kretz. Kretz sends it over to Weiner. Weiner, slow pass in front to Sheehy, drops it off to Weiner again. Sent cross ice, just out of the reach of Deutsch. Sheehy's roasting marshmallows all alone in the slot. Now they get it to him off his skate. Backhander just wide. Sent all the way around the length of the ice. Gonna need a little help here, Stoll. There we go. Wrapped around to Deutsch. Deutsch kicks it out to the slot. That's not exactly where we wanted it. There we go. Let's move. Weiner up to Deutsch again. Deutsch works it down low. Ross in front of the net. Ross in front of the net. Sends it up. Oh, knocked loose. Played in front of the bench. Nolan Kretz will go back to get it. He'll take it behind the net. Colton Stoll does his big scary goalie thing. Weiner now carries it up the far side. Chips it up to Deutsch. Deutsch leaves for Ross. Ross hits the brakes. Drops off for Deutsch. Sends across to Zick. Zick shot. Hit 17 things in front. Not one of them the goal. Sent the length. Stoll's got it there. He looks for a long pass, but everyone was changing. So now we got Zick behind the net. We didn't expect that guy to come get him. Zick sends it off to Pierce. Pierce kicks it ahead to Mueller. Mueller across the blue line. Works it wide. Drop pass to Zick, who wasn't ready for it. He'll regroup. Sends it back to Heacock. Heacock up now on the near side. Works it down low. All the way down below the goal line. Walks the goal line. Oh, Mueller with a nice shot. The goalie's still recovering. High off the glass. Out of the zone. Zick back to get it. That wasn't a great pass, but it made it through. Heacock loses it at center ice. Oaks will counter. 2-on-1. Sends it to the far corner. Now behind the net. Zick's got it there. Again, didn't expect that guy to come get him. He did last time.
Des Moines at full strength.
That's a little do it for the power play. Dubuque holds it in. Heacock sends it down low to Pierce. Pierce tries to hit someone in the slot. That's not there. Oaks got it out of the zone. They'll take it out to center ice. Now across the blue line, half step off sides. Saints will send out Ross, Weiner, and Pierce. No, Ross, Weiner, and Poles. It's not a line you see every day. Shot towards the net, saved by Stoll. Worked in the corner, knocked down there. Kicked up to Michael Poles. Michael sends it up to Cade Weiner. Cade through center ice. He's got 3 on him. Works down to the faceoff dot. Gets out in front. Somehow Michael Poles shot it a foot over the net. It's a nice feed by Weiner. Poles was right where he needed to be. We'll get him next time, Michael. Oaks carry it out through center ice. Ross with a nice poke check. That seemed like it was offsides. Spangler with a nice save in front. Poles gets it up to Weiner again. Ross jumps in to help him out. Weiner tries to toe drag him. Can't quite get there. He's ridden into the boards with an elbow into his head. That isn't called. It's Poles and Ross in the corner. Ross gets it. Walks away with it. Now it's battle behind the goal line. Des Moines walks out with it. Sends it up the near boards. Deutsch knocks it loose there. Sends it back towards them. Get Mueller and Nethery off the boards. Just past them. Kretz steals the puck. He's got it in front of the Des Moines bench. Sends it across to Zick. Zick up to Deutsch. Deutsch carried into the zone. Mueller ahead for the net. Deutsch crashes the net too. Shot. Wipes the goalie out as he goes by. That's always frowned upon. Mueller with a shot. Goalie doesn't have a stick. Shoot 5 hole. Shoot 5 hole. Shoot 5 hole. Mueller's got it. Sends it towards the net. Blocked in front. Either the defense doesn't realize the goalie doesn't have the stick or doesn't care. 3 seconds left in the period. Going to get a late penalty. I think C.J. Mueller's going to get the 2-for-1 special for the first 2 periods. He'll get a cross check. And that'll do it for the second period. Scores 2-1 in favor of the Saints. Shots on goal are tied, 15 apiece.
Shots on goal, 15 for Dubuque, 15 for Des Moines.
We'll take some time to clear the ice. That's not what we want. I want this one. Take some time to clear the ice. Take a bathroom break, get something to drink. See you back in 15 minutes. So the Saints will start the third period on the penalty kill. C.J. Mueller acquired 2 minutes for cross-checking there at the end of the second period. The referees are looking for a contact on the red line. Sure, it's here somewhere. I can't feel it. Use the puck to smash it in. Here, have some water. That should make it stand out. Is this like sidewalk art? How big is this hole? Oh, there's one over here, too. Ah. Oh, there's one down here, too. Scorekeeper Smothers just come out to help. How are these refs seeing holes in the ice but missing cross-checkings by 5'10" kids? It's a mystery. I think 4 guys enough to work on this. 4 guys going to be enough to fix the ice. Odds on that 5th guy stepping on the ice? Anyone? Put it in the chat. Oh, there we go. Should have taken the bet. Oh, more water. Saints have taken this opportunity to come back to their bench to talk about strategy. The Oaks have taken this time to gather at center ice and talk about how much that bus ride sucked. Satisfied the ice is in appropriate playing shape now. Carlson points to both goalies. Gives them the let's get ready to rumble. I didn't set the clock. 15, start. Puck's down and we're underway. Now we're underway. Dubuque takes it down. Brings it all the way back to the defensive zone. Sends it across to Kretz. Kretz doubles back into the zone. Hard off the boards, up to Pierce. Des Moines will go D to D. And D to D back to the far side. Carries it up into the neutral zone, or across the neutral zone into the attacking zone. Drops off to the D, high slot, shot wide. Bouncing puck, near side, caught by Stoll, and we'll get a whistle. I'll burn those extra 10 seconds off the clock. There we go. Saints will send out Deutsch and Jenna Mike's kid. Puck's down. Saints get it back to the blue line. Held in by Des Moines there. They'll drop it back. Top of the circle. Now work down below the goal line. Wrapped around to the near side. And we'll get a whistle. Puck's down. Des Moines sends it towards the net. Saved by Stoll. Rebound. Another save by Stoll. Stoll's had a great game today. Back to the blue line. Knocked down on the far side. Spangler goes over there. Throws the body. They'll walk it up the far side. Tipped off to the near side. Deutsch knocks it out of the zone. He dumps it into the zone. Gavin will go chase. He's got it behind the net. Des Moines brings it through neutral ice. Cuts across the blue line. Hits the top of the dots and cuts back. Drops it down low below the goal line. Battle for there in the near corner. Sent across to the blue line. Shot. That tip with the high stick. I heard it. Apparently I'm the only one, and I don't have any authority in this game. Nether's got it. Sends it the length of the ice. Big save by Bauer. Saints have killed off the penalty. And they'll bring it up through neutral ice across the blue line. Peacock knocks it loose there. Sends it ahead to Sheehy. Sheehy across the blue line. That's all kinds of penalties happening right there. So, 2 minutes for, I don't know what we're calling there. Wrestling, that's 2 points for a takedown. But, what are we going to call it, Carlson? 2 minutes for holding. Speaking of holding, the Dallas Cowboys couldn't hold on to their season as they dropped the game to the Green Bay Packers today. Joseph Roston for the faceoff as PP1. Aerial pass knocked down by Kretz. Gives off to Weiner. Weiner from the faceoff dot. Oaks have really spread out here. Kicked over to Deutsch. Deutsch top of the circle. Shot. 10 feet wide. Goes the length of the ice. All the way back to Stoll. That was a beautiful pass to Stoll, Deutsch. Stoll leave it behind the net. They'll give to Weiner. Weiner will carry it out of the zone. Got a 4-on-2 here. Move fast. Weiner takes it wide. Cuts to the middle. Sent wide. Kretz, top of the circle. He'll drop for Weiner. Weiner walks it to the high slot. Cuts across to the faceoff dot. Shot. Saved by Bauer. Maybe a little bit of an early whistle there. Walks down. Now it's battled on the near boards. Joseph Ross got it. Sends it to the net. Blocked there. Back to Deutsch at the point. Walks it to the high slot. Fans on the shot. Gets it off to Weiner. Weiner backhander. Knocked wide. He's got it behind the net. Loses it there. Ross steps in. It's out to the near side. Kicked up ahead. Kretz has got it now. He's got it behind the net. Sends it ahead to Weiner. Weiner hits the brakes. Drops it off for Kretz. Kretz carries it across the blue line. Hits the ejecto seat, and I see skates in the air. Puck's on all the way down. Stoll's got it there. We're going to get a penalty for those skates in the air. You can't do that. That's a hold, too. It's our new favorite call. They're calling Kretz for holding. That's comical. All right, so we'll play 4-on-4 for 20 seconds. That's 3 penalties for Kretz today. For those who don't know, 4 penalties in the game. It's an automatic game misconduct, so he's out for the remainder of this game and the next if he gets one more. Nice block in front by Joe Ross. I didn't start the clock. Ross is going to win the race. Bauer's going to get it by him. We're going to play 4-on-3 until they get back into the play. Sent wide. Henry will go back to get it. Hard off the boards. Up to Ross. Ross hits the brakes. Waits for Pierce to join him. So now Saints are on the shorthand. Whoa! Puck bounced off the back. Rolls off the top of the net. Almost went in off the back of Bauer. Almost goals don't count here in the high school league. Des Moines plays it up the far side. Across the blue line. Down below the goal line. Bring it around to the near corner. Wrap down to the corner again. They'll play it to the far point. Oh, Nolan Pierce almost had a breakaway. They get into Sheehy. Hit him. There he goes. Might get a penalty shot here. That's what we're getting. So Xander Sheehy taking down their breakaway. A nice speed up from Nolan Pierce. We'll see if we send Sheehy out for the penalty shot. We get someone else.
Des Moines penalty on the breakaway. Xander Sheehy has been awarded a penalty shot.
So Sheehy in for the penalty shot. Oh, had the goalie beat. Puck trickled off his stick. Couldn't finish it. He had the goalie beat, put him to the right side. He was going to pull it back and tuck it in, nice and easy, and it rolled off his stick just as he went to pull it back. Duke's still on the penalty kill from that Kretz holding call. Oaks bring it in. Stolen there by Spangler. She'll send it the length. No ice because there's a penalty, you silly, silly zebras. Oaks will bring it up the near side. He blows a tire. Stolen there by Zick temporarily. Carried around the back of the net. Fed out in front. Slot goal. Really got to watch that guy out in front when they take it behind the net. Guy behind the net can't score. Guy in front can.
Des Moines power play goal scored by number 28, Michael Drakes, assisted by number 9, Owen Campbell.
So we got a 2-2 game with 9:17 left in the third period. Puck's down. Nethery wins it. Back to Cruiser. Cruiser loses it in the corner. Gets it back. Plays it ahead to Deutsch. Deutsch gets it off to Nethery. Up to Mueller. Mueller across the blue line. Shot. Saved by Brower. And we'll get a whistle. Nethery in for the faceoff. Puck's down. Des Moines got it. They'll play it around the back of the net. Mueller's the first one there. He'll chip it up the boards. Centers it to Deutsch. Deutsch back to Mueller. Mueller top of the slot. Blocked in front. Regains control. Sends it around the back of the net. Far corner. Nethery there. Pressures the puck. Kicked out in front. Weak clearing attempt. Kleesner settles it down. Sends it towards the net. Doesn't get the shot. Now it's played up the near side. Nethery sends it out. Oh, Deutsch almost tipped it around the goalie. Zick's got it now at the blue line. Dumps it down into the corner. Puck's out of play. 8:23 left in the third period. Shots in favor of the Saints. 20-18. Coach King has pulled Kretz off the off the ice. I'm guessing that 3 penalties is playing it a little too close to the hand. Oaks now icing. So Sheehy pulls Heacock. Backed by Spangler and Henry. Sheehy in for the faceoff. Oaks win. She's got not behind the net though. Hits the brakes. Nice little turn there. Looking for help. Sends out the near side, out to Poles. Poles tries to get it back to Henry. It's tipped. Henry wins the race, gets it over to Spangler. Spangler sends it out to Heacock. Heacock takes it in on the far side. Puck knocked loose. Tipped out. Oh, centering pass was stolen there. They'll play it around to the far side. She knocks it back in to Heacock. They'll still clear it the length of the ice. No ice because they're saying Zick could have played it. That's horse cocky. Now it's Heacock out of the zone. Carries into the zone, dumps it on net. Brower with a nice save. They'll press him to get the whistle, and we'll get a fresh set of legs. Ross is joined on the ice by Weiner and Pierce. He'll be back by Alex Waddick, number 30, Alex Waddick. And Benzik. Weiner will take the face-off. He wins it, gets a shot. Bouncing puck, shot wide. Thrown back out in front. That's a loose puck. That's a bunch of pushy, woo-woo, and down goes Ross. Weiner for the face-off again. He really wants Ross off to his right. Ross likes his left. Puck goes to Ross, high slot. Shot, just wide. Ross has got it, fires on the net, saved by Brower. Puck now in the corner. Ross and Pierce battle to hold it in. They can't quite do it. Waddick back, tipped off his stick. Into the zone, bouncing puck. On the stick of Ross now, shot. Wide, wraps all the way around to the near side. It's going to go the length of the ice. No icing since Ross shot it. Into the corner, Zick's got it there. Omaha. Oakleaf steal. Around the back of the net. Off to the far corner. Sends it up to the blue line. Oaks have it there temporarily. Pierce knocks it loose. He'll come down the middle of the ice. Tries to get around one. They knock out their own goalie. That's all your fault. There's an extra push. Referee Carlson was clearly too far away to see all that extra activity. That's how it starts, with a little extra push. So 2-2 with 6:25 left in the third period. Nethery in for the faceoff, flanked by Deutsch and Mueller. Puck down in the corner where I can't see it. Do your own commentary while it's down there. Now there's around the back of the net. Kicked out to Spangler, can't quite hold it. Now it's knocked up to center ice. Nethery there, picks it up, carries it in front of the bench. Battled there. Now Mueller's got it. Backhands it to no one. Oaks will pick it up. Sends it up the near side. Mueller centers it to the Oaks. Oaks coming in 2-on-1. Nethery back to back check. Spangler forces him wide. Passed out to the middle. Deutsch has got it. Sends it up to Mueller. Mueller can't quite hold on to it. They'll chip it back by him and dump it in from the red line. Stoll stops it behind the net. Leaves it there for Henry. Henry hit completely unnecessarily. Mueller kicks it up. He'll take it across the blue line. Shot on net, saved by Brower. And we'll get a whistle. And I'm 10 seconds behind the clock. So 5:22 left in the third period. I don't need to remind Saints fans that Our record in shootouts suck. So let's settle this in regulation. Puck's down. Kleesner sends it towards the net. Brower makes a save. We'll do this all again. Face up to the right of Brower. Puck's down. Sheehy gets it back to Heacock. Stolen there. Knock him off the puck at the blue line. Walks across. That's a tall JV player. Wyatt Kleesner rubs him off the puck. Battle lock behind the net. Sheehy gets it up to Poles. Poles kicks it ahead to Heacock. Heacock through center ice. Shot toward the net. Brower kicks it to the corner. Michael Poles is the first one there to get it. He'll battle for it there. I didn't start the clock again. Played off the board. Spangler's got it just inside the blue line. Shots it toward the net. Brower can't quite get a glove on it. He'll knock it to the corner. Played behind the net. Wrapped around to the far side. Sent up the middle. They'll come with a little speed. Nice back check by Sheehy. Kicks it up to Poles. Poles tries to kick it ahead to Heacock. He wasn't there. Long cross-ice pass. Poles managed to steal it and slide in offsides. How am I 30 seconds out? Now we're playing a silly song. Puck's down. Oaks have it through neutral ice. They'll get it back to the red line. Backhanded in. Liam Henry will go back to pick it up. He's back there with Spangler. Takes it around the back of the net. Can't quite hold on to it. Chips loose in the corner. Kicked out to Pierce. Pierce loses it on the boards. Omaha turns. High slot. Stolen there by Spangler. Spangler plays it ahead to Pierce. They get it out of the zone. It's not. All the Oak players cleared the zone 2. Played ahead to Weiner. Weiner into the attacking zone. Takes it all the way down below the goal line. He's got Pierce out in front. Pierce steals it, sends it to the far corner. Stolen there by Ross. Ross dumps it back in. Weiner's got it now. Walks in front of the Zam doors. Cuts to the net. Wrap around. Knocked loose to the near corner. Oaks will bring it up into the attacking zone. Weak shot towards the middle. Waddick with the steal. Alex Waddick, number 30. Sends it up ahead. They kick it to Pierce. Pierce sends it down below the goal line. Brower knocks it to the corner. Pierce battles for it there. Des Moines player hits the ejection seat. Puck chopped loose. And they'll carry it up. Nethery and Waddick. Oh no. Into the slot. Can't quite get a shot off. Nice defensive play by Zick. Zick sends it to Deutsch. Nethery's got it there. Cuts across the blue line. Drops for Deutsch. Too soon. Cross ice pass. Henry went for the play instead of the man. Man in the slot. Pick up the man. That man. Right there. So much for having to worry about what overtime's looking like. Now we just worry about getting there. As the Oaks pull ahead 3-2 with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. The guy from behind the net can't score. The guy in the slot more than likely will score. We're not divulging any trade secrets of hockey here.
Des Moines goal scored by number 9, Owen Campbell, assisted by number 34, Tommy Kinney, and number 17.
Sheehy's got the puck. Carries across the blue line, gets around one. He's got Heacock in the middle. Sends it. Heacock can't quite get a piece of it and put it in. Now it's played back behind the net. Oaks have it there. They'll play it up the near side. Long cross-ice pass. Dumped down below the goal line. Stoll will go back and stop it there. Leaves it there for a mess. Spangler's got it now. Rubbed off the puck. Sheehy goes back. He'll collect it below the goal line. Plays it around to the near side. Up the middle through Heacock. Or to Heacock. Sheehy's going too fast and skated himself off sides. Ran out of real estate. Saints will send out Ross, Zick. Ross and Zick don't play on the line. Timeout. Dubuque. So with 1:51 left in the third period, the Oaks clinging to a 3-2 lead. Saints will take a timeout and talk about what they're going to do. Discussion will probably circle around trying to score a goal, and then take our chances in overtime. Actually, let's score 2 goals. Let's do that. 2 goals in regulation. Forget that overtime stuff. Never works out for us. So they're either doing that or playing Pictionary. Looks like a mongoose. Is it a mongoose? Could be a mongoose. On the Oaks bench, they're carefree. See? Look how carefree they are. Why does the clock have 1:14? Oh, this is not good. There was 1:52 left on the clock. That's not the way you do that, but Saints leading in shots, 23-19. Saints will send out, it's like the power play unit. Weiner, Ross, Deutsch, Sheehy, Kretz. We'll leave Stoll on the bench or on the net until we get control here. Puck played on the near boards. They get around Weiner. They send it the length. Stoll will send it to the bench. Ross wins it to the corner. Weiner's got it there below the goal line. Looks for the open man. He's got Sheehy in front. Aerial pass couldn't be caught. Deutsch gives it back to Kretz, who dumps it down the corner. Pierce has got it there. Sent out. Can't be held in the blue line by Kretz. Sends over to Deutsch. Deutsch up ahead to Weiner. Weiner will carry it into the blue line. Right down the middle. That may not be where we want to go with it. Weak shot. Wide of the net. Wrapped around. Deutsch will step in and hold it in the corner. Walks it behind the net. 1 minute left in the game. Played down to Ross in the corner. Weiner's got it now. Walks the goal line. Out in front. Knocked down. Long pass. Sent the length. For nice. Saints to leave the same 6 out. Des Moines will send out a fresh set of 5. Ross in for the faceoff again. Puck's down. Des Moines wins it. They've got it on the far side. They'll walk it to the red line and now take a pot shot. Blocked wide by Kretz. Deutsch has got it in the corner. He sends it back to Ross. Ross has got it behind the net. Gives off to Kretz. Des Moines will continue. They'll send it up to Sheehy. Sheehy gives off to Deutsch. Deutsch carries it into the zone. Takes it wide. Down to the corner. Centers. Kick back to Kretz. Kretz from the top of the circle. Shot hit. I think it hit Pierce right in the face. Sent through the middle. Offsides. That's what you get, you cherry picker. 16.8 left. Face off just outside the Saints blue line, so we'll send Stoll back out. And we'll take Kretz off. When did Kretz come back on the ice? Bucks 1. Des Moines got it. Sends it across the middle. Stolen there. Now it's Ross. Sends it up. Weiner can't get a piece of it. 5 seconds left. Aerial pass. And that'll do it. Final score, Oaks 3, Saints 2. Shots on goal in favor of the Saints, 24 to 20.
24 for Dubuque, 20 for Des Moines.
Hang around. We'll have the varsity game for you in about half hour. Thanks for joining. Tomorrow's games, yesterday's games have been rescheduled for tomorrow. JV will be at 7 a.m. Get the early bird special. Come down to the hockey rink and watch some high school hockey. Varsity to follow